Lieutenant Emma Walsh adjusted her scope for the third time that morning, ignoring the snickers from the other cadets at the Interstellar Defense Academy firing range. Her rifle configuration looked bizarre, no arguing that. Where everyone else had standard-issue combat optics and bipods, Emma's weapon bristled with what appeared to be ancient tech, a scratched scope that looked salvaged from pre-war Earth, mismatched mounting rings, and a stock wrapped in worn paracord. "Nice museum piece," Walsh called out Sergeant Marcus Reynolds from 3 lanes over, his pristine Vortex Alliance rifle gleaming under the artificial sunlight of the orbital platform. "Did your grandpa leave that to you in his will?" The other recruits laughed. Emma had heard worse during her 12 weeks here. Being one of the few humans in an academy dominated by Krellian tactical specialists and Vortex military elite meant constant scrutiny. Humanity was still the newcomer to the Galactic Coalition, barely 70 years since first contact, and most alien species viewed Earth's military contribution as quaint at best. Instructor Veldar, a towering Krellian with silver exoskeleton plating and 4 precisely calibrated optical sensors, approached the firing line. His reputation preceded him, 20 years as a Galactic Fleet marksman instructor, trained thousands of snipers, never given a human cadet higher than a C grade. "Attention!" His synthesized voice boomed across the range. "Today's qualification, moving targets at 1500 meters. Wind variance. Gravity fluctuation. You will have 3 shots. 2 must hit center mass. This determines your placement in the tactical divisions." Emma's heart hammered. This was it. Everything she'd trained for since leaving Texas at 18, since watching the recruitment holovids showing humanity's small but growing role in defending coalition space. Her father, a Marine Corps veteran, had taught her to shoot on their ranch, real rifles, real distances, real wind. No simulators. No computer-assisted targeting. The course began. One by one, cadets took their positions. The Krellians performed adequately, their multi-sensor arrays compensating for variables. The Vortex soldiers relied heavily on smart targeting systems, letting their rifles do most of the work. Marcus Reynolds, humanity's golden boy with his academy records and influential senator father, made 2 decent shots with computer assistance before his third went wide. Then it was Emma's turn. She settled into position, and the mockery resumed in whispers. Her rifle had no electronic targeting. No AI assistance. No stabilization matrix. Just glass, steel, and mathematics. Veldar's optical sensors focused on her setup. For a moment, something flickered in his synthesized voice. Was it surprise? "Proceed, Cadet Walsh." The first target appeared, a holographic combatant moving laterally at 1,500 meters, wind indicators showing 18 km per hour crosswind from the east, with the station's rotation creating a subtle Coriolis effect. Emma didn't rush. She felt the rifle, felt the platform beneath her, calculated wind drift and bullet drop the way her father taught her, instinct married to mathematics, human intuition processing variables faster than conscious thought. She breathed out slowly and squeezed. The holographic target center mass exploded with a hit indicator. The whispers stopped. Second target, 1,650 meters, target moving in a zigzag pattern, wind shifting. Emma adjusted, calculated the lead, felt the rhythm of the target's movement. Squeezed. Another perfect hit. The range went silent except for the hum of environmental systems. Third target, 1,800 meters, target moving behind partial cover, exposure time less than 2 seconds per appearance. This was a shot designed to require predictive AI, to be nearly impossible without computer assistance. Emma closed her eyes for just a second, visualizing the pattern, the timing, the ballistic arc. When she opened them, she saw not a target but a problem solved by instinct and training. She waited, leading the appearance point, and fired the instant the target emerged. Center mass. Perfect hit. For a long moment, nobody moved. Then Instructor Veldar approached her station, his heavy footsteps echoing. The entire class watched as he leaned down, examining her rifle setup with all 4 optical sensors. "Cadet Walsh," he said quietly, but in the silence everyone heard it, "where did you learn to shoot like this?" "Texas, sir. My father's ranch." He was a Marine Scout sniper before first contact. Veldar's mandibles clicked, the Krellian equivalent of a thoughtful nod. He picked up her rifle, examining the scope, the worn adjustments, the hand-loaded ammunition she'd requisitioned. "Do you know," he said, still quiet but now addressing the entire class, "what separates a marksman from a sniper?" No one answered. "A marksman hits targets. A sniper solves problems that technology cannot. A sniper reads wind in the dust, judges distance by heat shimmer, calculates bullet drop through understanding physics so deep it becomes instinct." He set Emma's rifle down carefully. "In 20 years of instruction, I have taught 7,000 students. Of those, perhaps 200 became true snipers. The rest became excellent marksmen who relied on excellent tools." He turned to face the class, one optical sensor still focused on Emma. "This cadet's rifle setup, seemingly primitive, certainly unconventional, represents something most species abandoned millennia ago. The human brain's exceptional pattern recognition, evolved for persistence hunting across Earth's plains, combined with training methodology that treats marksmanship as art and science together." His voice carried weight now, authority. "Only snipers shoot like this. Only snipers think like this." Marcus Reynolds stared, his expression frozen between disbelief and something else, perhaps respect, perhaps resentment. Veldar addressed Emma directly. "Cadet Walsh, you are hereby assigned to Reconnaissance Division 1, Sniper Track. Report to Advanced Long-Range Combat Training tomorrow at 0600. Emma snapped to attention. "Yes, sir." As the class dispersed, several alien cadets who'd never spoken to her before nodded with respect. The human recruits looked at her differently now, not as an oddity, but as something unexpected. Marcus approached as she was cleaning her rifle. "That was impressive, Walsh." "Really?" She looked up, saw genuine respect in his eyes. "Thanks, Reynolds. Maybe," he said carefully, "you could teach me sometime. The old way." Emma smiled. "Maybe. If you're willing to learn that sometimes the oldest human tricks are the newest human advantages." That night, Emma recorded a message home to Texas, to her father's ranch. She told him about the qualification, about Veldar's words, about carrying forward what he'd taught her. In the vast galaxy, humanity was still small, still new, still proving itself. But in that moment, Emma Walsh knew something the Galactic Coalition was just beginning to understand: humans didn't become dangerous because they adopted alien technology. They became dangerous when they remembered what made them human.